What's going on, guys? It's Mark from Enthusiast Productions, and I just wanted to talk about some of the new GUNPLA news that have been kind of floating around all day. Now, I do need to apologize in advance. It is 4th of July. It's the nighttime of 4th of July, and fireworks are going off. So if you hear that, I do apologize. I'm going to try to talk over it as much as I can, but let's just go ahead and talk about the news. Now, knowing that I'm probably not the first and probably not the last person to talk about this on YouTube or online at all, but I really just kind of want to dive into this because this stuff is exciting, especially some of the new announcements. Now, earlier in the year, I told myself I wasn't going to get as many as these Build Diver kits when they released, the same way I did with the Build Fighters kits. A lot of my backlog actually is because of these high-grade Build Fighters kits. And recently I did just pick up the H2 Magnum high grade. And of course, with the announcement and the last episode showing off the Astray No Name, seeing that high grade has kind of broke my silence as far as getting those kits goes. So with yesterday's episode, today is Wednesday night, with the most recent episode, which was basically about the build or the completion or the putting together of this new 00 Diver kit, we got a few other GUNPLA announced. Also being because this is the halfway mark of the season. So thanks to the new intro, not only did we get to see Riku's new Gundam 00 Sky, we got to see Yuki's new mobile suit, we got to, or rather new GUNPLA, and a bunch of other new GUNPLA. So anyway, instead of just talking about it, why don't I show you starting with Yuki's new GUNPLA. This is the Jesta Blastmaster. Although I was kind of disappointed when I found out it was a Jigen instead of a Jesta, especially considering the leaked tentative names for the GUNPLA, which is going to be called a Jesta type. That would have been cooler in my opinion, especially with the whole militaristic look and the bulkier proportions. I'm not 100% disappointed. I am satisfied with this. It isn't upgraded. It is upgraded, and it does look a little bit more appealing than Yuki's first Beam Master. On to the next are a pair of new Impulse Gundams. Now, these two didn't come as a surprise as far as who's going to be piloting them. It's the other two teammates of the champion, I forget their names, but they're upgrading from Clanches to Impulses. Now, the red one is called the Impulse Rance, which I think is supposed to actually be called Lance, because that's one of the main weapons that kit comes with. Tell me if I'm wrong, but am I the only one that sees Kyrios or Arios vibes here? And then the second one, the blue one, is the Impulse Arc. Interesting designs. I'm definitely going to get these two kits. I never picked up the Impulse high grade, and this could be kind of my gateway to getting that high grade. And they do look nice as far as the colors go, and having them as a pair would be kind of interesting. And then the last kit I wanted to talk about, I'm going to touch upon the other releases just real briefly, but they don't interest me that much. But the last one I really want to talk about, or last two rather, are the 00 Diver Sky. Now this is a bulkier, chunkier 00 Diver, or I guess 00 Sky now, which is heavily inspired by the Destiny. You do have the kind of anti-ship sword, and you have the long-range rail cannon. It still has the original 00 colors, and it's just bulked out. And this thing looks amazing. I could just be super hyped about it, but honestly, I think this is probably the best custom or the best look the 00 has ever gotten. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the original 00 and the 00 Riser look. It's very sleek and, you know, futuristic, and it's an epic design, but I think this just takes the cake. And then to top things off, you have kind of a deluxe version of the kit coming out, a little bit pricier, but this one's called the 00 Diver 00 Sky higher than the Sky version, or higher than the Sky phase. I think that sounds stupid, so I'm just gonna call it the Sky High phase. Anyway, it's the same kit, except it comes with these amazing effect parts, wing effect parts, and it takes me back to the Type O, or I'm sorry, the O Gundam Type ACD, or rather the gray one that comes with the wing effect parts. You guys know what I'm talking about. It takes me back to that, but this looks so much more well done. I like it not only because it's beautiful, but it takes me back to, you know, the Destiny wing effect parts, the O Gundam wing effect parts. It's kind of like a mix of both, because you have the two rings. Oh my god, I wish there was a way that you can incorporate that effect part onto like the original 00. I'm pretty sure customizers will find some way to do that, but that's so nice. It's so beautiful. I do like the kind of lighter color. This is going to be one of those kits where I'm going to have to get both, because I might want to keep the original colors but put the wing effect parts on it. I don't know. And it looks like the higher or the sky high phase kind of has a different molding to it. It could be like a gloss injection, kind of like the Trans Am, but brighter colors instead of that red. So this is going to be interesting. Those two kits are like, they're on my top list as far as getting these 00 diver kits. If I don't get anything else, if I even skip out on that no name, and I know the no name is going to be a must, these new 00 diver kits are like, I have to have those. But anyway, on top of that, you have a couple other releases. You have a gold-plated real grade Unicorn Gundam coming out. You also have a couple of clear edition Age 2 Magnums and the 00 diver. I think it's just the standard version and not the Ace version. And you have this master grade, I think it's called the Gundam Stormbringer, which is an interesting design. I know it's supposed to be it's a GM Supreme or Supremacy or something like that. Dominance, there you go. The GM Dominance is what it was called, with a Gundam head on it, and it's a cool design. I think it's also part of Build Divers, but it's also P Bandai, so probably not interested in getting that. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool design. I'm just not that into it. If I see it at like maybe Gundam Labs Hobby or Tatsu Hobby for a decent price, I might pick that up sometime down the line, but I'm not gonna consider it a doorbuster kind of thing. And then there's an unannounced or an unnamed kit, at least the last time I checked. It's basically a Gundam Girl version of whatever that girl's name who manages the freaking GUNPLA shop. You're getting a GUNPLA girl out of her, which is, I should have expected that. And again, she is my favorite, so I might pick it up. I don't know, not yet. We'll see. Anyway, those are all the new kits that have been announced. Well, not all of them, but they're the ones that caught my attention. Okay, well, maybe I guess that is all of them, but I just want to keep that brief. This is not something I'm going to talk about every time. I'm not going to focus on like GUNPLA news like that. This is just new kits that excite me. Who knows, maybe I might get into the whole GUNPLA news thing. It's just not me, and there are more people who are more qualified to do that, like Channel 2S or even the Crow-sama, and they do it on time when it's announced. Not me. Not me. I won't be able to do that. But I like putting input on what does excite me, and this is what has excited me so far, these Build Divers kits. So I am excited for them, as I've already said like 1,000 times before, but we'll see when they come out. We'll see how that goes, and I'll catch you guys later. Tell me what you guys think about these new kits. Which ones are your favorites? Which one are you excited for? If you were to pick up only one of them, which would it be? So with all that being said, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video from minute 1 to all the way and at the end of this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the deal. I'll see you guys later. Peace.